Oh, what a marvelous place to begin an adventure. Here we are in Interlaken, a town that truly lives up to its name. It sits nestled, quite perfectly, between two magnificent Swiss lakes. Lake Thun is on one side, and our destination, the glorious Lake Brienz, is on the other. Interlaken has such a buzz about it, a real sense of excitement. You can feel the energy in the air, with adventurers preparing to paraglide from the mountaintops or explore the dramatic gorges. It's a town that promises thrills and spectacular views in equal measure. But for us, today is about a gentler kind of journey, one taken on the water. We're starting our trip from the Interlaken Ost boat station. The crisp mountain air already feels so refreshing, hinting at the purity of the landscape we are about to explore. The historic paddle steamer awaits us, a vision of old-world charm against the backdrop of the formidable Alps. Hearing the gentle lapping of water against the dock, and the cheerful chatter of fellow passengers creates a wonderful sense of anticipation. It feels like we are about to step into a postcard, a scene so perfectly Swiss, it almost seems unreal. The boat gives a friendly toot of its horn, and with that, we gracefully pull away from the shore. As we glide away from Interlaken, the town's grand hotels and bustling streets slowly shrink behind us. The perspective immediately shifts. You start to see the town not as a base for mountain adventures, but as a small, charming settlement cradled by immense natural beauty. The Ari River, which connects the two lakes, guides us gently into the vast expanse of Lake Brienz. The surrounding mountains, including the famous trio of the Eiger, Mönch, and Jungfrau, stand like ancient silent guardians watching over the valley. It is a humbling and utterly breathtaking sight to behold. The journey begins to unfold its magic almost instantly. The water beneath us is not just blue, it's a color I've rarely seen before. It is a vivid, almost milky turquoise that seems to glow from within. The boat moves at a wonderfully leisurely pace, allowing you to simply stand on the deck, feel the gentle breeze, and soak it all in. There's no rush here. The purpose is not just to get to Brienz, but to experience every single moment of the passage across this extraordinary lake. It's a promise of peace, beauty, and a proper dose of Swiss serenity. Now, let's talk about this water. One simply must. The color of Lake Brienz is its most famous and enchanting feature. It's an otherworldly shade of turquoise, so vibrant and clear you feel you could almost drink it. This isn't due to some trick of the light, but something far more elemental and powerful. The lake is fed by the Ahr and Lütschine rivers, which carry glacial particles down from the high Alps. These fine, suspended mineral sediments, known as glacial milk, scatter the light in such a way that they create this astonishing, opaque turquoise hue. It's nature's own magical potion. Looking down into the depths, the clarity is astonishing, yet the color gives it a mysterious quality. It's a stark contrast to many other lakes you might see around the world. There are no murky greens or browns here, just this pure, brilliant color that changes with the light and the depth. When the sun is high in the sky, it shimmers like a polished gemstone. When clouds drift over, it takes on a deeper, more sapphire-like tone. It makes the entire landscape feel like a fairy tale, a place where anything seems possible. This is the very essence of the Alps, captured in liquid form. The purity of the water is a testament to the pristine environment surrounding it. The lake is considered one of the cleanest in Switzerland, so pure that it supports very little plankton or aquatic vegetation. This contributes to its remarkable transparency, and is why you won't see many reeds along its shores. It is simply a vast, clean basin of fresh glacial meltwater. The feeling of gliding across such untainted water, with the fresh mountain air filling your lungs, is incredibly restorative. It's a reminder of the raw, unspoiled beauty that still exists in the world. This unique color also makes the lake a photographer's dream. Every angle offers a new composition, with the turquoise water providing a stunning contrast to the deep greens of the forests and the gray granite of the cliffs. You see people all around the boat, cameras in hand, trying to capture its beauty. But it's one of those things you have to see with your own eyes to truly believe. It's a spectacle that connects you directly to the immense power of the glaciers and mountains that have sculpted this landscape over millennia. Absolutely magnificent. As our boat continues its steady journey towards Brienz, the scenery along the shoreline becomes a captivating story in itself. On one side, impossibly steep cliffs plunge directly into the turquoise water. These dramatic rock faces are streaked with the silver threads of waterfalls. Some are delicate trickles, while others, like the famous Giesbach Falls, cascade down in a thunderous, multi-tiered display of power. You can hear their distant roar from the deck of the boat. These falls are fed by the melting snows high above, a constant life-giving pulse in the heart of the mountains. Dotted along the shorelines are scenes of idyllic Swiss life. Tiny, peaceful villages appear, seemingly untouched by the rush of the modern world. You see, traditional wooden chalets with their gently sloping roofs designed to withstand heavy winter snows. Their balconies are often overflowing with vibrant red geraniums and colorful petunias, adding splashes of brilliant color against the dark wood and the green hillsides. It looks so wonderfully picturesque, a perfect harmony between human habitation and the overwhelming scale of nature. It's a gentle, reassuring sight. The boat makes brief stops at charming little docks along the way. Places like Isoltwald, a fairy tale village on a small peninsula, seem to have been plucked straight from a storybook. A lovely little castle sits right on the water's edge. At each stop, you get a fleeting glimpse of local life, a fisherman mending his nets, children waving from the shore, or hikers disembarking to start a trail into the mountains. These moments add such a rich texture to the journey, reminding you that this stunning landscape is also a home, a living, breathing community. The views are constantly changing, offering new perspectives with every gentle turn of the boat. One moment, you are gazing up at a sheer cliff face. The next, you are looking across a wide bay towards a distant, snow-capped peak. The forests that cling to the mountainsides are a deep, rich green, a mixture of fir, pine, and beech trees. The combination of the turquoise water, the dark green forests, the gray cliffs, and the white peaks creates a palette of colors that is both dramatic and deeply soothing. It is a visual feast that never becomes tiring. There is a profound sense of peace that settles over you during this boat ride. It's a feeling that goes beyond simple relaxation. The gentle, rhythmic chugging of the paddle steamer's engine provides a steady, comforting soundtrack to the journey. It's not intrusive or loud, but a gentle heartbeat that seems perfectly in tune with the calm surroundings. You can find a quiet spot on the open-air deck, lean against the railing, and just watch the world drift by. The stresses of everyday life seem to melt away, carried off on the mountain breeze. The air itself feels different here. It's crisp, clean, and carries the faint fresh scent of pine from the forested hillsides and the cool purity of the water. Taking a deep breath feels like a tonic for the soul. The slow pace of the boat is a welcome antidote to our often frenetic lives. It encourages you to slow down, to observe, to simply be present in the moment. There's no need to rush, no schedule to keep, other than the boat's gentle progress across the lake. It's a form of travel that is as much about the journey as it is about the destination. This experience highlights Switzerland's unique lake culture. The Swiss have integrated their lakes into their public transport system in the most wonderful way. These boats are not just for tourists. They are a vital link for local communities, a practical and beautiful way to travel from one village to another. It's a tradition that has been maintained for over a century, and riding on one of these historic vessels feels like taking part in a piece of living history. It is a delightfully civilized way to travel, combining efficiency with immense pleasure. As you watch the Alps slide by, their jagged peaks softened by distance, you gain a new appreciation for their scale and grandeur. From the water, the mountains seem even more immense, their full height reflected in the still surface of the lake. This unique combination of serene water and soaring mountains is what makes the Bernese Oberland region so utterly special. It's a duality of nature, the calm, reflective surface of the lake and the powerful, solid presence of the mountains, that creates a perfect sense of balance and harmony. As our journey nears its end, the charming village of Brienz slowly comes into view, nestled at the eastern end of the lake. The approach is just as beautiful as the departure. The village appears as a cluster of dark wooden buildings spread along the waterfront, with the imposing Brienzer Rawthorn mountain rising steeply behind it. The atmosphere feels distinctly alpine, even more so than in Interlaken. Brienz has a quiet, authentic charm that is immediately inviting. It feels like a place that holds its traditions close to its heart. Stepping off the boat, you are greeted by the sights and sounds of a village renowned for its craftsmanship. Brienz is the center of woodcarving in Switzerland, a tradition that dates back centuries. You can see evidence of this everywhere you look. Along the main promenade, a street called the Quai you'll find lovely little shops and galleries displaying intricate carvings, from small animal figures to elaborate furniture and sculptures. The skill and artistry are simply extraordinary. You can almost smell the scent of freshly carved wood in the air. The village itself is a delight to wander through. The Brienz, a street just behind the main promenade, is famous for being one of the most beautiful streets in Europe. It is lined with 18th-century wooden houses, their facades darkened by the sun over many years, each adorned with its own unique carvings and overflowing flower boxes. It's incredibly romantic and feels like stepping back in time. There's a sense of pride here, a dedication to preserving the village's heritage and its authentic alpine character, which is so refreshing to see. This cruise across Lake Brienz is more than just a boat trip. It's an essential Swiss experience. It encapsulates everything that makes this country so enchanting. The dramatic mountains, the pristine waters, the charming villages, and the peaceful, well-ordered way of life. It's a journey that fills your senses and calms your spirit. Thank you so much for joining me on this absolutely idyllic voyage. For anyone traveling to Switzerland, I simply must insist, a trip across the turquoise waters of Lake Brienz is an absolute must. It's a memory you will cherish forever.